Ivan Ilyich, his life is described both in the book and in the score as being the most simple, the most ordinary, and therefore the most terrible. And what that means is that he has lived his entire life based on what other people have told him his life was supposed to be. So he gets married, not out of love, but because he's supposed to. He has a child, not because he wants to, but because he's supposed to. He works his entire career because he's just supposed to have that career. And he comes to this point where he starts to feel ill, and he doesn't, and it completely throws him off, because he starts to have these philosophical ideas about what is life, what is death, what is his life supposed to mean. But he has surrounded himself with this entire life of people who are just moving along with the flow because that's what they're supposed to do. And he has a very tough time coming to grips with everything seemingly by himself. I would like to say no, because I like to think, Ivan is a cautionary tale, because by the time that he realizes that he has lived his life without meaning, it's too late for him to do anything about it. He's already dying. He can't stop dying to then go on and live the life that he wants, and that's the most agonizing thing for him, is that he can't go back to the way that he can't live a life that he wants to live because it's already been lived. So I like to think that I live my life more in the way that I choose, and for myself and for my passions and desires, without necessarily being restricted based on other people's ideals. However, I will say that Ivan does get very irritable when he's hurting and when he's not sleeping well, and that definitely is me. I definitely have certain qualities in common with Ivan. I'm sure all of us do. I'm very passionate about original music and original works, and I am actually an arranger and composer myself. So I love new music. I love getting an opportunity to premiere something. I have never actually premiered an entire operatic role before. I've definitely premiered certain characters and pastiches and scenes that have come up. And I've also coordinated with local composers to give a voice to their work. And often when a composer is coming up with a new piece, before he's ready to have it performed, he just wants to hear how it sounds. And so I've done a lot of that in service to other composers and arrangers. I have performed in the venue before, and it's been it's a very contrasting look. It's all very bright. I remember it's very white and bright, and like marble tiles all over the place. And of course, we'll be performing this in front of a black backdrop. So I think that contrast is really going to showcase. There's also a massive statue in the middle of the room, big round glass statue with all sorts of beautiful colors in it. So it's kind of it's a very contrasty space. I have had some experience with that. I did an opera in over near Tampa that was actually in a bar, where there were people that were in couches all the way around and in a big circle. And it was Donizetti opera, so traditional Italian opera. But we were constantly, we'll sing over here for a little bit, then we had to turn around and make sure we sang for these people behind us, and constantly turning around. I've sung in a lot of living rooms. I do performances in living rooms. I've done performances by people's pools and on balconies, and in parks, and I have performed in a few bars, and there are some local bars that have stages where that we've done some shows there. But I'm used to singing in pretty abstract places. You can see performances for Death of Ivan Ilyich on February 19th and the 21st at the Orlando Museum of Art. And you can get the tickets at operaorlando.org/Ivan.
To ponder the unsolvable.